What's up, peeps? Julian Williams here at the Distance video for you guys this evening. I was. This is another mailbag question. I had a future jab on Twitter hit me up and said that there's one American heavyweight that has a chance, and of course we all know that the heavyweight division, on the United States standpoint, has been weak for years. The United States has not had a heavyweight champion in about 5, 6 years now, since Shannon Briggs was the WBO champion. And of course, America has this stigma with having the heavyweight champion, and that goes back to, the John L. Sullivan days when we went from London Prize to Marcus the Queensberry rules. And then, of course, when and then you have, the Jack Johnsons, the Max Bayers, of course, the Joe Lewises, which was historically significant to World War II with Max Schmeling as a champion, in Germany, who was supported by Adolf Hitler and the Nazis. So now, of course, it's been a while since we've had a American heavyweight champion. I believe this is the longest it's been, ever since we've had a heavyweight champion. I mean, over the years, maybe it's been a few months when an American came in and got the belt back, with the Johansson and Patterson trilogy, or Schmeling and Lewis. And these are fights that are historically significant. I don't think that the media would make a huge deal out of one of our heavyweights defeating one of the Klitschko brothers, and that's only because boxing does not get as much attention as it gets these days. I mean, as it gotten back then. We're in a totally different era, a totally different time. I think maybe if an American heavyweight won, maybe the heavyweight would get attention once they win the belt, and they'll be, on Jay Leno, Jimmy Kimmel, and David Letterman, sitting there smiling with the belt. And then they got a picture with President Obama all smiling, got the belt in their hand, oh, I got to go to the White House, and things of that nature. So, of course, I think that if a heavyweight did win the belt, it would be a media circus. However, I think that at this point and at this juncture, I believe that the only American that has a chance at winning the belt is Deontay Wilder. And we all know Deontay Wilder doesn't get too many rounds. He knocks everybody out. However, he does have a good amateur pedigree. He was an Olympic. He was a fighter on the U.S. Olympic team. He's undefeated. He's knocking everybody out. Has a high knockout ratio. I think from what I've read, I think that and then of course you do have Seth Mitchell. I read he was trying to give himself a fight with Chris Arreola. So that would be all right. Seth Mitchell, but we all know Seth Mitchell isn't ready. We know he's not ready after losing to Jonathan Banks. And Jonathan Banks, I think if there's another match, I think Jonathan Banks might beat him if there's a rematch. And then you have Brian Jennings. He's all right. He's nothing special. But then, oh my God, you got the guy that knows how to beat the Klitschko's that can't beat Derek Chisora. Malik Scott, you have him too. However, let's save the enthusiasm. I think the man that has the best chance is Deontay Wilder. However, he does not get enough rounds at this point of his career to even think about facing Vladimir Klitschko or Vitaly Klitschko. Well, maybe Vitaly, because he's older and he hasn't been all that active over the last year. I've said maybe Vitaly, but not Vladimir. I think that Wilder needs to go in and face that dude that was juicing on that stuff that fought Vladimir back in the giant guy. I forgot his name. Wach. W-A-C-H. He needs to fight him. And that would be interesting to see if he knocks him out. And he'll definitely get some rounds with him. That dude has a huge head too, man. And he took some nasty shots against Vlad. So, but I think it's Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder has the best chance. I mean, he does have some natural skill and natural intangibles that that will help him in a lot of these fights against at least contenders. But he needs to get rounds before he's at the championship level. That's just my opinion. And the fight I was watching was Bobbick versus Larry Holmes. Both of them. I think Bobbick went to the Olympics, if I'm not mistaken. If not, he was an okay amateur and got his ass dusted by Ken Norton. But anyway, so I'm out of here, peeps. That was Distance. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the heavyweight division. Peace.